If you feel like there's still room for improvement when it comes to your desk when working from home, then you're in the right place. I'm going to share 10 ways in which you can optimize your workspace at home, which have been battle tested by me when designing my own workspace and also when working from countless Airbnbs. The beauty of having a workspace at home is that you get to decide everything from the furniture you use to the color palette and accessories or anything like that. You get to design it and to customize it to address your needs. I've had so much fun learning all about designing a workspace back when I designed my own when I lived in Denver, and also optimization techniques when I worked from countless Airbnbs when I was a digital nomad. I found what truly works, and these are the tips that I will be following when designing my next workspace. I'm currently in a temporary location. I'm staying with my husband's parents' house, but we're looking for our next home, and that is coming very soon. Before we get into it, I wanted to thank Xchair for sponsoring this video. Xchair designs incredible ergonomic office chairs that combine 21st century technology and design. The X in the name is you. You're the X variable and the chair adjusts around you. 10 ergonomic features make this glove-like fit possible. Xchair is stylish, budget-friendly, and made with proprietary ergonomic comfort technology that has never before been applied to office seating. Check out Xchair using the link in my description and get free X wheels with your purchase when using the promo code CBX. All right, without further ado, let's get into those tips. Tip number 1 is find the right place for your workspace. It's so important to have your workspace in a place that facilitates work and keeps you productive. A few sub-points on this. If you can, find a space with minimal distractions where the members of your household will not disturb you. Ideally, this space would be separate from the areas where you hang out when you're not working. Separating work and play is vital for your productivity and will help create better boundaries that get blurred when you're working from home. And having that distinction will help you create a physical divide between those two activities. Natural lighting is also very important for productivity. Studies show that sunlight helps boost productivity by synchronizing your brain and your body and therefore affecting your circadian rhythm. Having them in sync helps you sleep better and therefore helps you be more alert, productive, and happy. So try to place your desk close to a window or a source of natural light so that you can get some. Be creative and look at your home with different eyes. Could you rearrange furniture to create that perfect space? Trust my experience from working from all types of Airbnbs. You can always find a solution if you're open-minded and intentional. Tip number 2, get a desk or a table that's the right size for you. Once you identify the perfect place for your workspace, think through your desk situation. I'll be talking a lot about angles in this video, so this is the perfect moment to introduce them. Your posture is super important when sitting for long periods of time, so make sure that you watch the angles of your arms, your hips, and your knees. They all should be 90 degrees. Which means that your desk needs to be the right height for you. Of course, the width and the length also matter because you want to make sure that it's big enough to fit all the items that you need to easily access when you're working. Stand-up desks are a great solution here because not only can you customize the height of the desk, but they also allow for movement. Switching things up and changing your posture every now and again is great for you and allows for more blood flow. And if you can't get a standing desk, there are a ton of solutions out there that mimic that functionality. For example, Xchair has designed X FlexStop, an adjustable standing desk extension. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you're interested to check it out. Tip number 3, get the right ergonomic chair. Your chair can do wonders for improving your posture and facilitating blood flow, but you need to use the right chair for the job. Ergonomic chairs have been designed to do that, so I highly recommend investing in the right chair that will adjust to your needs. Let's look at the angles that your chair should help you create. According to US Ergo, your arms should be at a 90-degree angle. Your hips should be at an angle of between 90 and 100 degrees. Your knees should be at an angle of between 90 and 110 degrees. I'm so in love with this chair by X-Chair. It has 10 ergonomic features, so creating those angles is super easy. It also has dynamic variable lumbar support or DVL support feature, which is proprietary technology that automatically adjusts to provide the perfect lower back support. I have Model X3, which uses ATR or Advanced Tensile Recovery material, which is breathable as well as water, spill, and stain resistant. It provides more give and spring than traditional materials and facilitates blood flow, which in turn keeps you more alert and productive. Finally, it's just so stylish and sleek. I can't wait to design a workspace around it when my husband and I find our next home and design our own home workspaces. Tip number 4, have the right tools or accessories at hand. Get everything that you would need in an office. Make a list of things that you use on a regular basis and keep track of the different items that you might be missing for the next few weeks. For me, that includes my hard drives, camera, tripod, microphones, etc. However, I only keep the essentials out, the stuff that I use every day, like my notebook, smart pen, iPad, and earphones. The rest is normally stored away not to clutter the space. And right now I store it in my suitcase under the bed, but once I'm going to create my own workspace, I will create strategic storage space for all of my equipment. Tip number 5, customize everything to yourself. It's your workspace, so customize everything to yourself, so that you don't have to spend time adjusting anything every time when you start working. And I'm referring to anything from those angles, so set up the height of your desk and the chair to make sure that you have the right angles from the get-go, to the furniture programs if your furniture is programmable. So for example, the standing desks have those different settings and you can set different programs for the same desk. It can remember different heights that it needs to go up to, all that stuff. To your technology and accessories. Speaking of accessories and tools, make sure that you also optimize where you keep them for your needs. For example, if you're right-handed, keep your notebook and pens on the right side so that if you need to take notes while you're on a video call, you don't have to awkwardly shift things around. And plan your storage space intentionally as well so that you don't have to make any additional awkward movements and everything is just easily accessible from where you are. Tip number 6 is design a space that you love. If you design a space that you like and that you want to spend time in, you will enjoy working there so much more. And no matter what your situation is and what space you're working with, there's always a way to do that. Whether by freshening things up by changing up paint, adding plants, shelves, or rearranging things, there is a way to do that. Just Google workspace ideas or find inspiration on Pinterest. There's so much inspiration out there. I was so excited to design my own workspace about this time 2 years ago, and I can't wait to do that again. I just remember that feeling. Every time I would look at my workspace, I was so happy, and working there was pure joy because I really enjoyed that space. I added plants, pictures, and accessories staying within a color palette that I liked. Colors have so much effect on us, much more than we realize sometimes. And so yeah, use it to that advantage. Design a place that you love being in, that gives you those positive vibes and that makes you happy when you're in it. Tip number 7 is keep it simple and clean. You want to make sure that you avoid clutter or mess. People say that your workspace is a representation of your mental space for a reason. And since it's a variable that you can control, why not do that? Do it for the clarity of your headspace and to be more efficient. Only keep the necessary items out and store the items that you don't use every day out of sight. And if you have to keep certain paperwork, create organized spaces for it. Not only will your workspace say thank you to you by being clutter-free, but also it will be easier to find things. Tip number 8, be strategic about storage space. Speaking of storage, be strategic about where you have it and how you organize it. Some people like to fit cabinets under their desks, while some see vertical storage opportunities. You know what space you're working with, so search for solutions that will work best for your space and for the amount of potential storage space that you have. Because trust me, there's so much inspiration and so many different ideas online. Just search and you will find something that will work for you, and just be creative. Tip number 9, use wire organizers. Wires can get very messy, and let's admit, most of us don't love the look of them. They can also even be dangerous when you have children or pets. I'm speaking from experience because there are 3 dogs where I'm staying right now, and they want my attention a lot when I'm working. So use wire organizers to hide them away and protect both your technology and your loved ones. Wire organizers are also great for creating the aesthetic that you're aiming for, unless your aesthetic is an electronic wire jungle. And finally, tip number 10, prototype, test, design. Stay open-minded and approach this process from a user-centric design angle. You're the user and you're designing this space around yourself. So collect your data, keep your observations on what you need, analyze it, create a prototype, test the prototype, and see if you need to reiterate it until you have the final design that works for you. This is your space and it should be designed around you. Let me know in the comments which tips you've already implemented and which ones you're going to. And if you're ready to upgrade to a stylish ergonomic chair, make sure that you check out XChair and take advantage of their offer. Use the code CBX to get free X wheels with the purchase of an XChair. Visit xchair.com/CBX to shop now. Like this video if you've enjoyed it, share it with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. We can also be friends on other social media. You can find me as Coding Blonde. Have a wonderful time of the day you're currently experiencing. Bye.